If you're new to the channel, I call on my subscribers dragons. Was smoking on my dragons, divine, righteous, almighty, greats, overachieving, never slacking. And we got RYAN UPCHURCH, Lost History, Ancient Egypt, and Roman Americans. Now, what made me react to this was the fact that, I love knowledge, right? I love knowledge, and I love thinkers. We need more thinkers in this world, I feel like, it's cool. People like to smoke, they like to drink, but I feel like we need less smokers, less drinkers, and more thinkers, right? I know for some people it's different. People, they feel like they can think more when they smoke or things of that nature. That's cool, but I just feel like overall we just need more people, regardless, that can just sit down and actually, tap in to a conversation other than the norm, or just go a little deeper than maybe Instagram or social media or even just politics and distractions, right? So with that being said, I'm gonna hop right into this video. Original link will be in the description. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you're new, check out my RYAN UPCHURCH playlist. Go binge watch that. And we're going to hop right into this. Here we go.
Language. Answer me this. What sounds more... Land. Gauge. Language. Answer me this. What sounds more plausible? That there was humans on Earth during the time of Pangea that all lived on one continent and spoke the same language. Then it split up and people made their own version of the original language. Or there was no humans during the time of Pangea, and then all these continents were formed. Pangea broke up into a bunch of different land masses. Then everyone created their own language far, far, far away from each other, but they also made words that mean the same thing in different languages. And then learned what each other's language meant and fixed all the words and figured everything out. During a time where long distance conversation was not a thing, internet was not a thing, phones were not a thing. Now, whichever of those scenarios you believe, personally, I believe the first one. It makes the most sense. But when you look up the factual information, here's the factual information. Socratic.org, which is the Earth Science website for factual information, says that no species that can be related to humans existed during the Pangea period. The Pangea period, the supercontinent, existed approximately 335 million years ago. Do you know what our life expectancy is? Truthout.org, Environment and Health, says that the American life expectancy now of 2022 is 76 years old. Now, how long have Homo sapiens been recording time and history and documenting it? The oldest thing I could think of and the oldest thing I can find, and now it depends on how you define, recording stuff, but I'm thinking of actual writings and drawings. That's cave paintings. That was only max 70,000 years ago? Now look, if cave paintings and stuff were 70,000 years ago, and the life expectancy of somebody now is 76, how am I supposed to believe that anybody on the earth knows if or if not people lived on Earth 300...
I ain't gonna lie, I'm loving this right now. I'm loving this. Hope y'all listening.
135 million years ago. If language exists today, and every language has different words. Oh, hey man, how's it going? ¿Cómo te por tú? ¿Cómo estás, amigo? Who made all of us have the same words, but said differently? Who orchestrated all that? Unless all language started from one language, who orchestrated all that? Listen to how similar these words are. I'm going to count to 10 in 3 different languages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all similar.
To add on to that, with me being, my mother, she's Igbo, so I got that Igbo blood, which is Nigeria, a tribe in Nigeria. And when I did my study in their language, that Igbo language, those words, that language was found in ancient Egypt. In ancient Egypt, in Nigeria is West African. And that's not the only thing. There's a lot, but just to keep it specifically on language, it was found in Egypt, right? Think about that. Think about how far Egypt and Nigeria is from each other. That goes to show how much people really don't know. And as far as the Pangea, what I completely agree with that. I mean, there's still just so much people don't know. Like even when you look at this tribe, right, that was discovered on the South Andaman Islands, and what they say, I think they said allegedly they had a lineage of what 60,000 to 70,000 years, which they always say right on as far as going back. Like he just said, the oldest cave paintings what 60,000 years. So they're probably older than this. Older than this. That is what I'm trying to say. But they allegedly were said they had a lineage of 60,000 to 70,000 years on this island, right? Off the coast of India. And they didn't have any human contact, nothing. Imagine how much around the world, how much, you get what I'm saying? Like, we probably was, like, I believe we was one landmass, just like he's saying. And to go in a little further about it, it's like then they said these people, oh yeah, their ancestors probably came, they came from Africa 60,000 years ago, and da 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 da. If we was all one landmass, then that means people was everywhere, and they're still discovering stuff. They're still learning stuff. Look at the Dogon tribe and how they had they all this knowledge of like Sirius B and things like that. That still people still trying to discover NASA and stuff how they know that information.
So if they all sound similar, wouldn't it make more sense they all came from one language rather than was just created on their own and on different continents? Now, obviously, words evolve and slang evolves, which is why we have numerous words in each language that mean different things. But what I'm saying is they all had to come from one language. They all evolved in their own continents, but it seems to me like they all came from one continent, which would be Pangea. But when you try to find a fact on the internet that hasn't been around fucking long at all, it says, oh no, definitely not humans 335 million years ago, for sure. Dude, there's cops that don't find murder weapons where the murder happens. Do you expect me to believe that somebody on Earth knows about something that happened 335 million years ago? Not doing it. You know how in today's age they always say, oh man, California's gonna fall off. It's sinking every year. It's gonna fall off. What if I showed you a map that insinuated California already fell off in the past? All right, so let's take a look at this map that was published out of Amsterdam from somebody that was from America in circa 1606. All right, here we go, right here. Here's Florida, here's Mexico, Texas. What do we have here? California. But it's off to itself. See this body of water in between it? Where did this go? It is here now. Hello. Hello. Another random thing that's gonna make you go, what? Exactly like that. What? Alright, so I was born and raised in Tennessee. And as I got older, I noticed, what is up with all the Egyptian and Roman stuff around here?
I was about to get into that. I was about to get into that. Look at even when you got I think this is in Illinois, you got Cairo, um obviously Memphis, like these things were Egyptian names, or even in Arizona where allegedly it was said that they found Egyptian, what was it, like mummies in the Grand Canyon. Ooh, he touching on some stuff right now.
You got Hermitage Hotel that has Hermes on top of it.
The statue of Hermes, erected high above the Hermitage Hotel in downtown Nashville.
You got a replication of the Parthenon with the second largest
I was there, by the way.
statue in the northern hemisphere of Athena on the inside.
Wow. I didn't go
There's
on
a
that.
lot of places in
I didn't go on the inside, but yeah.
Middle Tennessee that the names of the towns or whatever it is are from Roman descent or Egyptian descent, such as Lebanon, Sparta, Nashville, Memphis. We even have a river that runs right down to Memphis. What's in Memphis? A humongous pyramid. Well, Upchurch, aren't you forgetting Greece? What about Greece? You don't know anything. Well, if I'm mentioning Rome, I'm mentioning Greece, aren't I? Rome beat the shit out of Greece 3 times. And the third time, Rome pretty much was like, yo, bitch, Rome's here. That was during the Hellenistic period. Look it up. And when it comes to Romans and Egyptians, 47 BC was the Battle of the Nile, where they combined Roman armies and Egyptian armies to fight off another army. So they combined forces. After the Battle of the Nile, Egypt was in the hands of Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar, who was a Roman dictator, put Cleopatra back on the throne of Egypt. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar had a baby named Sazion. I don't know how to pronounce it. Then Julius Caesar was assassinated. Then after Julius Caesar was assassinated, the former queen was executed by Cleopatra and Mark Antony. So pretty much Rome is like, all prancing around in Egypt like, what up, dog? I'm Rome. Now that you know that, let's look at the similarities of Egypt and the similarities of Tennessee. See how the Nile and the Mississippi are like the same? With the same town name and same pyramid, and when you look at all the other stuff, then you see Roman architecture and you're like, wait, what? See, me personally, I was taught in school that Romans never made it to America because they didn't know there was any land over there. They thought the Atlantic Ocean was just all ocean, so they was like, we'll never go over there. If that's the case, how come me, somebody who's born in Nashville, Tennessee in 1991, how do I have very distinct facial features of someone from over there?
Preach, preach.
Yeah, Rome definitely came over here. I mean, do I look like an Indian to you? Do I look like an Irish guy?
I like that he touched on that because now I'm gonna drop some pictures. Now I'm gonna drop some pictures at the end to make y'all think a little more, a little more.
Okay then.
I ain't gonna
Land.
lie, I love that, and that's why I rock with Upchurch. That's honestly why, because he's a thinker, and that right there made me even rock with him even more because he touched on so many things that that people gonna start looking into, and that's why you got to get past a lot of ignorance and you got to start using your mind here because we all distracted and people ain't thinking. They're too busy distracted by just low frequency ignorant things. It's time to start thinking. So it's a lot of things he touched on. He said, why is there so many similarities in looks to him and Romans? Now, I'm about to drop some pictures to make y'all think, to really make y'all think. Original link in the description. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification. Binge watch my Upchurch playlist. And I'll be back with more soon. Check out these pics and just think.